Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we just declared war on the Othonian Coalition. This is, I believe, the final war of this particular series, and it has been a long series. I'd actually have to look up how long I've been playing Ethiopia for, but it's been a very long time. We have come a long ways, and it's time to bring this home. So, first things first, let's make sure our worlds are good before we dive into the war. We can just do a planetary capital upgrade here. That'll be absolutely fine. We also need jobs on this colony, apparently. The obvious choice here is a gene clinic. What else do we need? This industrial station here needs jobs. That is complicated. That is very complicated. I think we replace this Hall of Judgment with a research lab? That'll be job neutral, though. The hydroponics farm with a research lab. There we go. And that won't be a fix, necessarily, just yet, but eventually it will be. Okay, so there's all that done. And now let's get to giving orders. So, first things first, I think we should attack Karathor and go in like this. Okay, the second fleet is going to make its way up to Telassus. The second Federation fleet is going to head in over here. The third Federation fleet is going to immediately head down to this L gate. The fifth fleet is going to head into Asterope. The Kunlun is, of course, just chillin'. The third fleet will head into Bastamore. The fourth fleet, its plan was always to head into the Zepok Vortex. The sixth fleet is heading up over here. It'll have that all taken care of very quickly. And the seventh fleet is heading in over here. And then it'll come up this way. As far as the armies go, those will of course need to wait for a moment before we're ready to begin our invasions.
They are assaulting our space.
So there we go.
Battle
Excellent.
is joined. The enemy is targeting one of our stations.
Everything is proceeding according to plan.
Beginning attack run.
The fourth fleet requires orders already. We're not surprised by this. It's going to head up over here. And then just checking to see if there's anything of note up over here. There really isn't. Okay. We'll just do something like that. That'll be fine. Are we ready to invade over here? Not yet, but we should be about ready to come on in over this way. Yes, indeed we are. We'll land on Glugenjal as soon as we've finished up that station. There we go. We'll go ahead and land there. And these guys, they will move up over this way. And we'll land on Telassus momentarily. Technically, this is on Malgu, and that's okay. This series is going to end up more quickly ending than I thought, isn't it? I think it is. I think we're going to wrap up this war quite quickly. Well, that'll be fine. We'll just have to figure out what we want to do after that. But for now, that is okay. I mean, I already mentioned that we could do a crisis playthrough. That'll be something that'll be popping up in the poll. But I should really put up that poll immediately after I'm done recording this. That will be up before this video goes live, so feel free to hop over and vote on the poll on what we're going to be doing next, because we are going to be done with this very shortly. I want to head up over this direction, and that's only 296 days away. Excellent. I think we're going to jump drive these guys directly to Almach, and then we will head over this direction, get that all cleaned up. The third Federation fleet is going to head up to Balawar. The fifth fleet is going to come in over this way and do something kind of like that. And at this point, these guys have finished invading. This is fully occupied. Not too much for them to go to. We'll send them up over this way. In fact, they could go to Bastamore. How long will it take them to get there? Well, going that way, it'll take a while indeed. But we could simply have them make their way out over here and then head in. That'll work. The 7th fleet has finished up over here, and so we're going to head on in. After all, even the Euthonians deserve healthcare. Everyone gets healthcare. They're not happy about their healthcare, but they will accept it in the end. The 6th Fleet here looks pretty done. We're going to send them into Romachus. The 1st Federation Fleet has finished up over here, and I would like to send them probably up into that main core area as well, although we could have them come down over here. That would work. 3rd Federation Fleet is still moving up over here. Scum and Villainy on Fruitful Endeavor isn't great, but that's okay. Just clean up this area. And the 3rd Fleet will finish off this. Wonderful. Okay, what's the jump drive looking like here? It's still a little further away than I'd like to be. We'll just be a little patient on that one. And there we go. The 1st Fleet is going to attack... Well, it'll have to come up over this way. That'll be fine. Absolutely A-okay. Wonderful. At the rate we're going, I could see this being done by the end of this episode. But honestly, because of invasions, I suspect it'll be next episode. But we've got this well in hand. We're having no problems here at all. We're going to come on in up over this direction. Something like that.
Battle is joined.
These guys will need to land somewhere, and we've fully occupied here. That's wonderful. Where else can we go? We could come down over this way, and that is, I think, exactly what we need to do. So we will move these guys down over... And that's the best way to get there, I guess. Yeah, go ahead and do that. And then from here, these guys can definitely make their way over towards the Euthonian capital, which is, of course, here. Now, if we want to get there, we probably want to go in via this route. That'll take us time to get there, but that is completely fine. Yeah, they have a bunch of enemies up over here, but the Boki Consciousness is on the job, and that looks fairly dealt with. Although, we're going to come over, grab these, and then this fleet will be able to help out over there. The 7th Fleet is going to push up over this way. Only so much it can grab over here before it needs to jump drive, but that's fine. Admin cap. Always good to see. I guess we'll finally take that fleet command limit. Not like we're probably going to utilize it, but that is completely fine. They're definitely attacking us reasonably hard up here. I don't think it's a problem, though. I really, really don't. These guys are making their way over this way. Yeah, that's fine, but I'm actually going to tell them backtrack a little bit and clear up these areas. Excellent. These guys aren't doing anything at all because they can jump drive to Bastamore. And once there, they will go ahead and land on Fallen Outpost. Wonderful. So this war is going magnificently. We're going to take these guys and have them... They're coming in over here already. But we're going to take the 1st Federation Fleet and tell them to come up over here. Sounds great. And we'll just chase these guys back into their capital systems. No problem. This fleet should actually jump drive, and I was going to do it before it did that jump, but no such luck. We're going to jump drive it over to here. It is going to have to head up this direction, so it'll be kind of in the space of this fleet, but that's fine. The 6th is going to head over like so, grab these territories. There we go. And the 7th is going to need to jump drive, and so we shall. We'll jump drive like that, and then we will head over this direction, I think. Technically, this is not the most efficient way I could have done that, but that's okay. The 1st Fleet requires orders, and it will head up over to Sethelbach. That'll be fine. The 5th Fleet requires orders, and it's done over here. So the 5th Fleet can be sent up over this direction. I would love to see us come in over here. It'll take some time for us to get there, but that's fine. We are in no rush whatsoever here. They have attacked over here via this gateway, but that's fine. We're going to be heading up there. No problem at all. The Second Federation fleet is done in this area as well, so we're going to send them up through this L gate also, and they're going to come over this direction. The Third Fleet is ready to push up over here. And we will do this and send these guys over towards Beta Caeli as soon as they're ready for that, which they currently are not. We're only at 5% right now, which is slightly surprising. We do have something for the Ganges to do, potentially. Yeah, go do that. Fantastic. Okay. Minus 834 reasons. Fair enough. We'll get there. Absolutely no problems whatsoever. We have finished up over here. We're going to jump drive to Beta Hydri. If I can click it. There we go. Excellent. So in we go there. The transport fleet in Bastamore is done, and I would like to have it come up over here. It's only 60 days away. Sounds good. So this war is going magnificently at this point. The Kunlun is doing its job in holding terminal egress. And that's great. This guy is going to require orders, and its orders are going to be to come out over this direction. Kind of an awkward route, but okay, we could jump drive it. You know what? I'm going to jump drive it. That'll be much more convenient. The Fourth Fleet is ready to move in over on Zom, and that's actually amazing. This is their juggernaut here. They also have some reasonably powerful fleets here. Okay. Well, we'll see how it goes. This fleet may not be capable of dealing with this, especially since it does still have its jump drive cooldown. We may lose this fight. If that's the case, well, we'll do damage anyway. These guys are leaving. That makes things much easier. It'll take us 60 days to get there. Okay. If we need to bring in reinforcements, we can. So that's a possibility. Let's see here. This is still partly occupied. So let's go ahead and land on Old Dara. Fantastic. Anything else over here that'll need to be grabbed? The answer is no. We'll be done over here. Perfect. That's fully occupied. This is fully occupied. This is fully occupied. This is fully occupied. Just checking all their exclaves here. Yup. That all looks good. Okay, so it's just going to be this area up here. Sounds great. So these guys are ready to move into Zimpok, and once there, they will land on Glugau. Excellent. Okay. Let's see how this goes. This could be spicy. They've got their Juggernaut, they've got their ships here. I mean, I do expect that we're either going to lose this or take extreme damage. That said, we're doing a lot to them. Their Juggernaut is almost gone. I think we win this, actually. They have a mega shipyard here, so we're going to need to park here. And that's okay. Their Dreadnought, or rather their Juggernaut, just retreated. So we didn't destroy it. It retreated. We're going to go ahead and reinforce this fleet, and they're going to keep pumping ships out of here. The Third Fleet is going to move into this area over here. Actually, we can go to Blonde first. We'll do that. And the Sixth Fleet will go grab these locations. The Fourth Fleet is, of course, chilling in Zom. That's going to be a thing for them. And we're going to start grabbing back some of these territories with the Second Fleet. The First Federation Fleet is going to, I think, come up over this way. The First Fleet is going to go like that. And then the Fourth Fleet is, of course, chilling. Sounds good. Our armies are currently working, so that is great to see.
Our warriors are victorious.
And we are going to immediately leave these guys I need to remember to leave them. All of these guys, they all need to go into this fleet. Unfortunately, that's going to keep happening. The Mega Shipyard is pumping out ships, and every time it happens, we go in combat for a little bit. So we'll need to manually do that. Ah, the final stage of the matter decompressor is the most mundane, but in its own way the most impressive. A vast automated array of smelters and processors break down, decompress, and separate the material of Letherian vortex into useful minerals, which are decanted into an unending fleet of robotic barges to be delivered around our empire. So that is our matter decompressor fully complete. Pulling 2,000 minerals per month out of this black hole. Just infinitely. I like it. We also got some shield hit points, and we will, I guess, go for energy weapon damage. It's fine. This transport fleet does require orders, and it's done down over here. We're going to send it up over this direction, I feel like. Yeah. We're going to land in Ophong. That'll do. The Kunlun is just chilling. We've barely done anything with it, but that's to be expected.
Complete.
All of these fleets here are going to need to be manually merged into the 4th fleet. And of course we knew that would happen. Okay. So the 3rd Federation fleet is going to push its way over to Uthon, and it will chill in Uthon, just right there. Wonderful. The 3rd fleet is going to push down over this way, like so. And the 4th fleet is chilling. And all of these guys, they all need to go into the 4th fleet as well. Crime Boss has been arrested. Okay. That's cool, I guess. And we're just going to continue attacking over here. This should be a reasonable little fight here. This isn't super strong, but we're going to wreck them. Absolutely. No problem. And we're just going to continue pushing in over this way, taking this territory on back. These guys need to be merged into the 4th fleet. The 6th fleet requires orders, and its orders are to go up to Medoc. The 3rd Federation fleet is chilling in Uthon. We're going to leave it there. Honestly, their space war is almost over at this point. The 5th fleet is going to be ordered to push through over this way and take all of these back. Like that. And most of our fleets are now kind of irrelevant, honestly. Like, the war's over. They just don't know it yet. We need to get the reasons down, though, and that'll take some time. We'll need to do a bunch of invasions, and where do we want to go for our next set of invasions? Looks like Zimatulon is a decent place to go for that, and so we shall. Glugzol. Wonderful. What is this here? That's a mega art installation site. Okay, that's fine. Yep, and we'll take Medoc. No problem. And then the question becomes, do they have any spaceborne assets left?
Warriors are victorious.
I mean, we're taking Ezwiak over here. I believe that that's everything. The Boki Consciousness are grabbing this. Which is fine, they can do that. Double checking their exclaves. Making sure that that's all completely fine. And it does appear to be. Okay, this is not actually fully occupied over here. We should send these guys over and land on Gluggenjal. Wonderful. Okay. I believe that that's all of their spaceborne assets dealt with. We do need a society research, and we're going to go for admin cap. Wonderful. We're, of course, still going to need to come down over here. We'll arrive there shortly. 653 reasons. Now, we do still have 180 reasons from unoccupied systems, but we'll get those soon enough. These are both occupied now, and this war is basically over. They have no capability to resist us in spaceborne combat at this point, so we have complete supremacy. Wonderful. All we need to do now is invade. Sounds good to me. So with that being the case, we should be able to... No shipyard available to build the fleet?
Breakthrough achieved.
Where is this fleet? There definitely should be a shipyard available. Like, for real. There should be a shipyard available. We'll just send them back to the Zepok Vortex, I guess. We're just going to reinforce all of our fleets.
The enemy is targeting one of our stations.
No, they're not. That's coming out of the Mega Shipyard. We're not shocked by this. We knew that they would likely want to do that. And we're just going to reinforce all of our fleets. There we go. And these guys are ready to continue up to Beta Caeli. And we will land on Magrim. Okay. So, demanding unoccupied systems, 160 still. What systems are unoccupied? I don't know of any systems that they have that are unoccupied, but apparently there are some. These guys, they can definitely make their way up to, like, this northern pocket of space up here. And we can start landing in some of these locations. That's actually fully occupied, but we can make our way over... I suppose over this way, actually, would be where we'd want to go. Yeah, we'd want to head over here. That's fine. We can do that. What other locations could they possibly have that we don't have here? Let's see here. Okay, so systems. Are they talking about partly occupied systems with that? They might be talking about partial occupations, which would be things like Zom, which is partly occupied. That just means that we need to land there.
Enemy planet conquered.
So that's fine. We're at Beta Caeli right now, and we're going to continue landing on Bogj. Perfect. And there we go. So, I do need to put a cut in here quite soon. As I said, I'm definitely going to be putting that poll up. It will have been up for about a day, a little under, by the time you watch this episode, if you're watching it on the day it releases. So make sure to go ahead and sound off on that poll. Remember, as usual, time on those polls is quite limited. Why do we not have anyone in Uthon? I feel certain I left people in Uthon. Get in there. Time on those polls, though, is quite limited, and so make sure to get on that fairly quickly, because this is a daily show, and it's got to keep rolling. We're going to chase these guys down, but it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to see about wrapping up this war. I'm not sure how realistic that is to do that in one episode, but we'll see. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the in the forms of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time. Boy, that came out a little mangled. Fantastic.